Good morning. Welcome to Yoga with Kelly at 5 Seasons. Hope you are feeling great this morning. Hope you're in your pajamas. I'm not in my pajamas, but I have on my favorite black shirt that I wear all the time. It has holes in the side, but for some reason I love this black shirt. So I did sleep in it and I kept it on, but I did put my yoga pants on. Today we're gonna flow. It's still flow. On Tuesdays we're doing flowing constantly, and on Fridays we're going through poses a little slower, but it's for energy. Morning is a great time to start your day off with yoga. I do yoga every morning. I get up, I scrape my tongue, brush my teeth, wash my face, and then I drink a couple of cups of water, and then I do my yoga. That's how I start my day every day. Sometimes my yoga might just be 20 or 30 minutes. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's more, depending on what I have going on, but I try to dedicate time every morning for yoga. If I do a short one, then I definitely do yoga later in the day. It's a great way to start focused, connected mind, body, breath, so that you can be your best and be there for those people that you take care of and that you love. So starting in the morning is really the optimal way to start. We'll get right into it. Finding a comfortable position to start. You can take any position that you know that works for you to come into the body, connecting mind, body, breath. I'm going to take Hero's Pose, which we did last week. You could sit cross-legged, you could lay down, you could take Child's Pose. There's so many options. Do what works right for you. If you missed Hero's Pose, the knees come together, feet apart, and you sit your bottom in between your heels. If you want to do Hero's Pose, but this doesn't feel right, you could always sit on a block. I always put a blanket down or towels for the tops of my feet so that they don't dig into the ground. I can tell you though, sometimes even when I have those, if I'm really tight, it doesn't seem to matter. My feet still feel like they're digging into the ground. If you go into a posture and it doesn't feel right, just switch, find something else that works. If you're sitting up, seated nice and tall, lengthen the spine, soft shoulders, relaxed hands. Hands can be open, palms facing up. You could just have one hand in the other. Hands could be down, palms down. Slight tuck of your chin. So the back of your neck is long, crown of the head lifting to the heavens. Just take a few moments here in silence, observing without evaluation. Just observing sensations in the body, what's going on in the body, what's happening. Feel the parts of your body that are making contact with the earth. Feel the length in your spine, your heart beating, your body breathing. Relax your face, your jaw. Observing without evaluating. Let go of judgments of what things should be like. Softening all of the facial muscles, especially the eyes, the jaw, the neck. Relaxing the shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades slide down the back. Lift your heart. Relax the arms, hands, fingers, your chest and belly. Relax the legs, feet, toes. While you're sitting here softening, observing, I'll explain the breath pattern that we'll use today. Today we're going to breathe in for a count of 4, retain the breath for a count of 4, and then breathe out for a count of 4. So when you slow your breath, the brain gets the signal that all is well, and it activates your parasympathetic response, which it calms the body. Is that rest and digest, bringing you into the present moment, allowing you to be right here, right now, letting go of everything else, keeping the body calm and focused. I like to count the breath for those little intervals. If some people don't like counting though, if mentally you would rather say something to know how long you're breathing in, retaining, and breathing out, you can always say for the breath in, I am breathing in, observing my breath. I retain my breath to focus. I breathe out, observing my breath. So for the inhale, once again, it would be I breathe in, observing my breath. I retain my breath to focus. I breathe out, observing my breath. So those are 4, 4, and 4. Wherever you're at, find a comfortable position. If what you're in now, you think you wouldn't like to stay in for this breathing pattern, then you can go ahead and switch it. So maybe if you're in hero, you want to come to cross-legged or lie down. If you're lying down, maybe have one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Let's take a cleansing breath before we start. Big inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, make some noise. And we'll begin. Start to breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath for 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, push the belly out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Retain. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. I breathe in, observing my breath. I retain my breath to focus. I breathe out, observing my breath. I breathe in, observing my breath. I retain my breath to focus. I breathe out, observing my breath. And keep going, whichever one works for you. Count to 4, 4, and 4. Take 5 rounds on your own. And your last round will finish. Let the breath come back to natural, just pausing here, noticing how the body feels, observing sensations without evaluations. What's going on in the body, the mind. And we'll let all of that go with a big cleansing breath again. But this time we'll take lion's breath. So lion's breath, you open the mouth, but you stick the tongue out. It looks a little weird, but it's worth it. It releases any pent up tension, heat, tightness in the body. Eyes can stay closed. Don't worry about what you look like. Big inhale through the nose. Push the belly out. Fill it up with air. Open the mouth. Stick out your tongue. Close the mouth. Very, very good. All right, let's open our eyes. I do want to let you know today at the end of the practice, we'll do legs up the wall. So if you want to think about if there's somewhere where you're at that you'll be able to get to the wall. If there's not, you could have a block and just do supported shoulder stand like we did last week. So if you're in hero's pose, whatever you're in, gently making your way up. Ooh, I was in hero's pose, so I like to stretch my legs out a little bit before I move on. And we're going to make our way to downward facing dog. But it's early if you're doing this with me in the morning, so take your time to get there. I'm going to make my way to my mat. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. And I always start my yoga practice with a sweater on, or maybe if I don't have a sweater, I wrap myself in a blanket for my beginning where I'm connecting to my body, breath, mind, soul. So I'm sitting quietly, or if I'm doing a particular meditation, I'll have my sweater on and wrapped in my blanket. But I know we're about to get really warm, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my sweater. Make your way to downward facing dog. If you don't know down dog, your fingers are spread super wide. For most people, the index finger is parallel to the sides of the mat. But some people do have to turn their hands out a little bit. So you have to practice, see what works for your body. Tuck your toes, they're hip distance apart. Lift your hips up and back. Whatever down dog is your first down dog of the day, or you have low back issues, bend your knees a lot. You want to pull your navel up and in to protect the low back. And for this first one, you can find a little movement if you like. You can find stillness. In down dog, You're using the strength of your arms and your legs to fully and evenly stretch your spine. It's a great pose to start the day. Arms are nice and strong. Ears aligned with your arms. Shoulders slide down the back. So you press the shoulders together on the back, and then you slide them down towards your tailbone, lifting the sit bones up to the sky. All right, from here, we're going to come forward to plank. So check out where your hands and feet are. Sometimes you have to walk your feet back a little tiny bit. Really, the alignment for down dog with your hands and feet should be that you can come to plank without moving. But sometimes when we go into down dogs, we go a little shorter than that. Sometimes it feels better on your body to be shorter than that distance. So if you have to adjust to come to your plank, then just move your feet back. You want your shoulders over your wrists, pressing back through your heels, activating the glutes, really important. Squeeze that bottom like you're squeezing a block. Activate the inner thighs. Navel pulls up and in. Slight tuck of your chin, just looking past your mat. Keep breathing. Deep, smooth breathing. We're going to turn on some heat here, going in between these two postures. Take a big inhale in your plank. Squeeze everything to the midline. Exhale, downward facing dog. So notice what it feels like now in your down dog. If you had to move your feet back some, there's a little more length here. If that doesn't feel right, you can adjust. Keep breathing. Slide the shoulders down. And notice if you're letting your ribs just drop down, try to pull them in, just like you do in plank. Pull everything up and in towards the midline. All right, next inhale back to plank. Set it up strong, gazing past your mat. There's length from your heels to the crown of your head. So in plank, you're strengthening those core muscles. You're getting into the deep abdominal torso muscles that help to support and stabilize your low back. So it's a super important posture. Take another big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's just move one breath, one movement between down dog and plank for 3. So inhale to your plank. Squeeze everything to the midline. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale to down dog. Squeeze your bottom. Use your core. Push yourself back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath in here. Big breath out. Next inhale, bend your knees. Look at your hands. And we're just going to walk to the top of the mat. For our ragdoll, feet our hip distance or wider. Bend your knees a lot. And let your chest melt over your legs. Hands hang or grab opposite elbows. Navel up and in. Send some breath up and down your spine here. Find movement if you need it. Letting stress, tightness, and tension just roll off the back. Keep breathing. Hug the belly in. Release your hands. We'll roll up vertebrae by vertebrae to come to standing. Pressing down through your feet. Soft knees. Heavy tailbone and head. Coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head will come up last. And we have arrived at the top of the mat. Today we're doing Sun Salutations B. We've been doing A, and B is a combination of Sun A, but we have Chair in it, and we have Warrior One in it, which we've practiced Warrior One a bunch the last couple of weeks. We'll take it slow. You can bring your big toes to touch at the top of the mat. Standing up nice and tall. Let's take a big inhale, lift the arms up over the head. Reach, extend, lengthen, palms touch. Maybe you look up. Exhale, hands at heart center. Slide those shoulders back and down. Tailbone lengthening down to the ground. Navel up and in. Lengthen the side bodies, palms together, slight tuck of your chin, crown of the head lifting to the sky. Feel your strength. Take a big inhale here, big exhale. Next inhale, we come to chair. So big breath in, bend your knees, sink your hips, reach your arms up over your head, chair pose. Peek over your knees, make sure you can see your toes. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Activate the glutes, belly in, soft shoulders. One more big breath in. On your breath out, forward fold, release. Head hangs heavy in your forward fold. Breathe in for a flat back. Lengthen your spine. Again, those shoulder blades press together and down towards the tailbone. Exhale, hands come down. Walking back to our plank. Big breath in your plank. Squeeze everything to the midline. On your exhale, coming halfway down. So low plank, you can drop your knees if you need to. Bend your elbows till they touch the body. Inhale to cobra. Tops of the feet, up dog. Inhale to up dog. Tops of the feet, hands are on the ground. Chest expands, knees lift. Back to downward facing dog. On your exhale. All right, inhale, right leg lifts to the sky. Coming to Warrior One, on your exhale, knee towards your nose, round your spine, step your right foot to the top. Left heel comes down, move it out to the side if you need to. Big breath in, Warrior One. Pressing down through your feet, especially the left heel. Bending into the right knee, tailbone lengthening down, belly up and in. Soft shoulders, palms together or shoulder distance. Warrior One, hold here. Take one more big breath in. On your exhale, hands come down. You go right back to plank. Big inhale in your plank. Shift forward just a little bit. Squeeze your bottom. Exhale, low plank. Belly in. Inhale, up dog. Heart forward. Exhale, down dog. Right away, big breath in, left leg for Warrior One. Exhale, knee towards your nose, round the spine, belly in. Left foot to the top. Right heel rotates down, toes about a 45-degree angle. Big inhale, Warrior One. Both hips pressing forward. So right hip forward, left hip pulls back. Take another big breath in here. Exhale, hands come down, step back to plank. Big breath in your plank, shift forward. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Shoulders press together on the back. Slight bend in the elbows. Exhale, down dog. Hold here, let's take a couple breaths. In and out of your nose. Down dog is kind of like a pose where you regroup, reset, in between. If you've never done Sun B before, it heats you up pretty quickly, and there's a lot of chaturangas in it. If you have to skip them, which I've done some mornings, I'm like, I can't keep doing that. I just go straight to down dog. So you do what's right for you. All right, big breath in. Look at your hands, your choice how you want to get to the top of the mat. You could take some hops. Warm up. Whenever you get there, forward fold. Release the head and neck, they're heavy. Inhale to a flat back, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold. Here's the change, we come to chair on our inhale, so bend your knees, sink your hips, big breath in, arms lift up, chair. Exhale, hands at heart center, straighten your legs. All right, Sun B. We'll do it one more time. We'll try to do it a little faster. It might kind of be the same pace, but we'll try to pick it up. All right, hands at heart center. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale to chair. Lift the arms. Squeeze the bottom. Exhale to fold. Release the head and neck. Navel's in now. Breathe into a flat back. Lengthen. Breathe out to plank. Big breath in, shift forward, everything to the midline, hug it up and in. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog, heart forward. Exhale, down dog, empty your air out. Right leg lifts on your breath in. Step it forward on your exhale, setting up your feet. Inhale, warrior one, lifts you up. Exhale, back to plank. Big inhale in your plank. Shift forward, squeeze your bottom and belly. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Navel in. Exhale, step it to the top. Rotate that right heel down. Big breath in, brings you up. Warrior one. Big breath out. Coming to plank. Breathe in your plank. Tighten your body. Shift forward just a little bit. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Squeeze your bottom. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the top gracefully. Forward fold. Flat back, breathe in. Breathe out, forward fold. Chair on your inhale, lift your arms. Standing, hands at heart center on your exhale. Woo, Sun B. Let's pause here. Thumbs into the sternum. Close your eyes, soften your shoulders. Feel your heart beating. Notice how you're feeling in the body. Sun salutations, any of them that you do, they build heat in the body, which oxygenates your blood, strengthens your heart, and it also builds a digestive fire. So it gets everything going to evacuate the body, which is so important. It's very important to every day, a couple times a day, emptying the body. So it gets all of that going. Ooh. Slow your breath down in and out of your nose to calm the body. Notice how the heart starts to slow down. Again, slowing the breath tells the brain everything's okay. You can calm down. Really good. Open your eyes, and we're going to set the left leg wide onto the left side of your mat, so you're facing me. And we're going to come to warrior two towards your right. So your left foot is parallel to the back of your mat, but your toes come in slightly. There's a rule of thumb, knees follow the toes. So your knees coming in here slightly, you don't want your toes pointing back. You want them coming in. All 5 right toes face the front edge of your mat. So just lift your toes, rotate from your heel. All 5 toes face the front of the mat. Check out the alignment of your feet. For most people, right heel lined up with the inside of the left sole of the foot works best for the body. See if you can activate this quads right here. Slight lift of the kneecap, feel your quads activate. Shoulders are lined up over your hips. Arms reach out to the sides. Fingers are spread wide. These are active hands. Strong arms, soft shoulders. See if you can lift your pelvic floor and belly up and in. Your belly's not your bottom's not sticking out. It's right underneath you. With this engagement, we bend that right knee. 90 degrees or less. You might have to be right here. Do what works for your body. Keep this back leg activated. If you take your hand, touch your left cheek, it should be tightening up. And gaze goes over front, middle finger. Warrior two, hold it here. So this is a strong, focused pose. Feel yourself expand from fingertip to fingertip. Reach like you're trying to touch the sides of the room with your fingers. Strengthening your legs here, your abdominals, toning your arms. Keep breathing. So every yoga pose, there's some softness, a sense of relaxation in it. So in this posture, it would be the face, the jaw, shoulders, and your chest. You can soften. From here, we're taking reverse warrior. Legs stay that same way. Keep bending into that right knee. Big inhale, right hand to the sky. Left hand lightly grazes the left leg. Or you can wrap that left hand around the body. Back of the hand just rests on the low back. You could grab your shirt. You could reach around and grab your right thigh. If you look at me, you can see my body came out of bending into my knee. So I'm going to sink back down. Really reach through the fingers. Breathe. Slide the shoulders back and down. Maybe you can look up at your right hand. Take one more big inhale here. And then we come to side angle. Legs still stay the same. Right forearm to right thigh. Left arm lifts to the sky or over the head in line with the left ear. Now when I transitioned, my right shoulder came up. Slide that shoulder down. So easy to lift it. And you really want to roll the left shoulder back and gaze up towards your left hand. If that's not good on your neck, then just keep it in a neutral position. Keep bending into that right knee. You'll want to come out. There's no weight in this right arm. There's a glorious stretch though, all the way from the left heel, up through the left hip, through your fingers. An expansion through the chest as you roll that left shoulder open. Take one more big inhale. You got this. We're going to bring our hands down to the ground, framing the right foot. Your left heel will come up. You're on the toes. You're in a lunge. Release the left knee down. Release your toes. And then we're going to walk the right foot out to the right side of your mat. Both sets of hands come inside the right foot. This is called lizard. So you can stay up high like this on your hands. You're wanting to let the hips sink down towards the mat, but keep that right knee pulling in towards your right shoulder. Take a couple breaths here. Again, press your shoulder blades together on the back and slide them down towards your tailbone. Heart coming forward. And you can keep your head lifted here, or you can let it droop down depending on how you feel this morning. Sometimes I roll my head from side to side when I'm in something like this. This posture really opens the hips. If you want to come down lower, you could come down to your elbows if you feel like you have the space. It's pretty early. I'm going to stay up high, fingers spread wide. Observing sensations in the body without evaluation. All right, we're going to tuck the left toes back under, straighten that left leg, step back to your downward facing dog. So you may have to adjust here. Hands are shoulder distance, feet are hip distance. Hold it right here. If you want to take a flow, inhale forward to plank. Exhale, halfway down, low plank. Squeeze your bottom. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose. Big breath out. Bend your knees, look at your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the top gracefully, whatever you do. Forward fold, breathe out. Long spine, breathe in. Heart forward, belly in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to chair. Exhale to standing, hands at heart center. Let's take a big breath in through the nose. Lion's breath. Open your mouth, stick out your tongue. Let it go. All right, same thing, other side. So we're going to set the right foot out. So now my back will be to you. Widen your stance however much you need. It's about 3 to 4 feet. Set up the back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Right toes coming in slightly. Lifting all 5 of the left toes facing the front of your mat. Engage those quads, shoulders over the hips, arms reach out to the sides. Strong arms, soft shoulders. Pelvic floor up, belly in. Lifted heart, but try not to flare out your ribs. And sometimes you have to look back at your right arm, just seeing where the alignment is. Come back, gazing over the front middle finger as you bend to that left knee. Breathe. Again, in this posture, you're strengthening your legs, your glutes, the core, the abdominals, toning the arms. Next, inhale, reverse warrior, left hand to the sky, and your palm faces towards your face. You turn it that direction. Keep sinking into that left knee. Keep the right glute activated. Right arm goes wherever feels right to you. You're stretching your left side body, your chest. Take one more big inhale. On your exhale, side angle, left forearm comes down. Right arm either up towards the sky or over the head. It's really extended side angle. I just say side angle to shorten. There's a slight tuck of your tailbone. Don't be pushing your bottom out. Tuck the tailbone. Belly pulls in. You're strengthening your legs, your knees. Expanding your chest as you roll that right shoulder back. Maybe you look up. One more big inhale here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat, framing your left foot. Right heel pops, release that right knee down. You can release the toes. Walking the left foot towards the left side of the mat. Both hands come inside of the left foot. Left knee is hugging in towards the left shoulder. See if you can let those hips soften and release down. You can keep a slight tuck of your chin, looking past your mat, or you can let your head hang. Up on your hands or down on your elbows, wherever you're at. Breathe into where you feel the tightness, the tension, the expansion, where you're opening, where you can let go. Send your breath there. Soften your face and jaw. Make sure you're not squeezing your teeth together. Very good. All right, we'll start to make our way up. Tuck the right toes under, straighten that back leg. Step the left foot back. Make your adjustments for alignment in your down dog. We never compromise our alignment. You can stay here. If you want to take your flow, inhale forward to plank, shifting forward just a little bit. Exhale, low plank. Inhale to up dog. Press those shoulders back, heart forward, squeeze your bottom. Exhale, down dog. Big breath in through the nose. Big breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands. Step, walk, or hop to the top. Forward fold, breathe out. Inhale to a flat back. Breathe out, fold. Inhale to chair, squeeze the inner thighs together, belly in. Exhale, hands at heart center. All right, we are gonna move through warrior three. If you feel like you have to use support for that, go for it. You can always do a modified warrior three where your back foot's barely off the ground. It's still warrior three, and it challenges your balance. Let's bring all of our weight onto our right foot, left knee. Let's interlace our fingers around the shin. Try to pull this left leg towards your chest, keeping your shoulders stacked over your hips. Steady gaze on the ground. Feel that compression. Belly in, lifted heart. We'll release that leg. Woo. I looked in there's a mirror here. If you look in a mirror, you're going to come out. Hands at heart center. If you lost that left leg, lift it back up. We're gonna slowly move to warrior three. Steady gaze on the ground on something. Steady, smooth breath. Take your time as you move to your warrior three. Whatever that might be, your foot might barely be off the ground. Slow down the breath. It calms the mind. Try not to lock out your right leg. The knee can be bent. Hips are square to your mat. Flex left foot. Lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Let yourself come in and out. And then gracefully, we're gonna step back to warrior two. So step that left foot back. Set up your warrior two. Then we're gonna straighten that right leg, big inhale. We're moving to triangle. So you're gonna tip your hips towards your left. This is a big part of triangle that some people skip, but you wanna push your hips back to the left. When you do that, that pulls the top of your right leg into the socket underneath you. Instead of you pushing it back, it's pulling up under you. Arms are still reaching out. Then you hinge from your hips. With your legs like this, you hinge, reach forward, forward, past the right foot. When you can't reach anymore, you release the right hand down, anywhere but the knee, left hand to the sky. So palm of the left hand is facing forward. You could do that with the right hand too. And it doesn't matter if you ever get down to the ground here. You could use a block here. You come to the spot that works for your body. You might have to be here, up above the knee. Keep pushing that left hip to the left. Right leg into the socket. Wherever you're at for your body, you want to press down through the feet, especially that right big toe. Lift the quads, navel up and in. Rotate that left shoulder back. It's almost as if there's a wall behind you and you're pressing your shoulders, your hips into it. Since you're at home, you could definitely practice that way. It's a great way to get the alignment. Breathe. We're not dumping into the joints here. Your strong legs and core, it's taking on the weight. You can move this right hand all day long and still be here. Smile, breathe. Enjoy the strength you're creating here, toning your legs, your arms, lengthening the legs, the chest, the back, the shoulders. Take one more big inhale here. Start to look down at your right foot, and on our exhale, we're going to softly bend into this right knee. Hands come down. That back heel will pop. Okay, here's the awkward part. We're going to come to seated spinal twist. So we're just going to move the right knee outside, or sorry, the left knee outside of the right foot and come down to our bottoms. If that didn't work, just come to your bottom. Left knee is bent. Right foot comes outside of the left knee. Right hand comes behind you for support. Big inhale to lift the left hand up to the sky. And then on your exhale, you either hug this knee in or you hook the left elbow outside the right knee, twisting to the right. So focus on taking any rounding out of the spine by sitting up nice and tall, twisting through the center of your core, through the chest, the shoulders, maybe through your neck. It's more important to twist through the body before the neck. The neck is the last to twist. Keep your sit bones grounded, right foot on the ground. Take one more big inhale here. Sit up nice and tall, shoulders down. Exhale, maybe you can twist a little bit more. And exhale, release. Let's take a counter twist. Bring your hands to the left, outside of your left thigh, and just tap your forehead down towards the ground. Maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't. Come right back up, swing your legs around, back to downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, step, walk, or hop to the top of the mat. Forward fold, breathe out. Flat back, breathe in. Fold, let go. Chair, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, standing, hands on heart center. All right, weight on the left leg, bring that right leg towards your chest. Interlace your fingers. See if you can hug it up towards your chest. Steady gaze on the ground. Lifted heart. Smile on the face. Letting whatever happens, happens. Moving slowly to our warrior three. Hands at heart center. If you like your hands a different way, out to the side, forward, do what works for you. I like hands at heart center. Slowly, with a steady gaze and breath, moving into your version, whatever that is, of warrior three. Belly up and in, strong legs, This pose builds lots of strength, coordination, and balance. Press through that right heel as you press through your left heel too. All right, gracefully to warrior two. Whew, I don't know if that was graceful. Adjustments for your warrior two. Straighten the left leg. Tip your hips to the right. Pulling that left leg, top of the left leg in under you, not back behind you. Comes in. And even the hips reach forward as far as you can. Belly in. And then you tick-tock the arms. Right hand to the sky. Left hand wherever you can take it. Press the feet down, left big toe. Lift the quads, navel up and in. Think of length from your tailbone through the crown of your head as you press your shoulders back. Maybe you can look at your right hand. Breathe here, triangle. Enjoy the pose while you're in it. Try not to wish it away. Keep breathing. And there's a lift here, lifting through the right fingertips towards the sky. Take one more big inhale. All right, start to look at your left foot, soften this left knee. Hands come down on your exhale. Right heel will pop. Then we're gonna step the right knee outside of the left foot. So just pick it up and take it there. And then you sit down. Both sit bones are on the ground. You're not sitting on the right foot. Left heel is glued to the ground. Take a big breath in, sit up nice and tall. Left hand comes behind you. On your exhale, there's not a lot of weight in this hand. Another big breath in, lift the right hand. Whatever you want to do with your right arm, either hug the knee in or hook the right elbow outside, twisting to the left. So seated twists, great way to bring tension out from the back. Shoulders slide down. Try to broaden your collarbones. And it creates lots of flexibility in your spine, which is so important for a healthy spine. Again, the twist is through the torso, chest, shoulders, then the neck, if you're able. All right, coming back to center. Running out of time fast. Legs out in front, sit up nice and tall. Staff pose. So your feet are so activated, the heels lift. You can feel these quads tightening. Your butt squeezes, pressing into the earth. Hands press into the ground, shoulders stack up over your hips. Navel in, heart lifted. Chin parallel to the ground, crown of the head, reaching to the sky. And then we'll just relax the legs. You can let the feet fall out. We'll take a restorative forward fold, which are great to do in the morning. So let the feet fall out naturally, let the knees bend, and we're just gonna roll our spine over our legs. Let the head hang. If you had a block, you can always take your block and rest your forehead on it. If you're getting close to the ground, if you're up high, you can still just let the body round, head hang down. Shoulders away from your ears. Relax face and jaw. Forward folds are calming postures, whether you're standing, seated, on your back. also help to relieve fatigue and insomnia. Send some breath up and down your spine here, the backs of your legs, into your feet. And then slowly coming back up, scoot yourself forward. We'll come to our backs for a bridge. So bridges are also calming. Bring your feet about hip socket distance apart, arms alongside the body. And to start with, activate your abdominals and see if you can press the little arch that's in your spine down onto the ground. When you press that little arch, that natural arch that's in your back, down onto the ground, it tilts your pubic bone up. That's the engagement you want when we come up and bridge. So release it. Notice your natural arch here. Take a big inhale. Activate your abdominals. Press that low back down, lifting the pubic bone. And on your exhale, begin to press into your feet as you lift your hips up to the sky. We're not going to make this a major bridge. If you want to take it further, you can. You can press, keep pressing into your arms. There's no weight in your neck. You'll feel some weight come to your shoulders, but your neck stays soft. Your chin stays towards the sky. Try not to press it down towards your chest. Try to reach your tailbone towards your knees. Here, you're stretching your hips, your chest, and this is so great for your back. It strengthens the back body, the back, low back, back of the legs. Take one more big inhale here, and exhale to release. Pull your knees into your chest. Take your hands onto your knees, the tops of your knees, and just make little circles in one direction, just massaging out the low back. And then circles in another direction. And then we are coming to legs up the wall. Again, if you don't have a wall, you could use a block underneath the sacrum and just lift your legs up. Sometimes if I don't have a block and I don't have a wall, I just lift my legs up. To go to a wall, I'm going to roll out a mat here. You could always just use a blanket. It doesn't have to be a mat. I have a wall here that I'm going to go to. And you just get your hips as close to the wall as you can. And then you come down onto your elbows and swing your legs up to the wall. Now, if your bottom is far away from the wall, sometimes they have to be if your legs are super tight. If you want to get closer, you just press into your elbows and shimmy your bottom closer to the wall. You could always take pillows or a block and put it under your bottom here if that feels better. Sometimes I'll put a pillow there or a rolled up blanket, depending on how I'm feeling. Let the feet open naturally and fall out, just like we did in our forward fold. Knees soft. You could take one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart, arms alongside the body, palms face up. My personal favorite is my arms over the head, fingertips touching. Whatever feels right to your body. Let's take a big cleansing breath here. Big inhale through the nose. Let it out. And soften the body down. This is such a great posture to recirculate the blood, to wind down. It's great if you have headaches, if you're having a lot of stress. And again, for insomnia, if you can't If you have insomnia, this is a great way to just relax, calm down, let go. Great place to practice your 4 parts breathing. So inhaling for 4, retaining the breath for 4, exhaling for 4. I breathe in, observing my breath. I retain my breath to focus. I breathe out, observing my breath. We'll take our Shavasana here. I'll let you know when the time is up. Close your eyes, relax your face and jaw. No tension in the brow, soften the eyes, the eyelids. Let the eyes roll back and up a little bit towards the brow. Relax your tongue. Let the teeth separate. Soften the jaw. Shoulders, chest, and belly. Arms, hands, fingers. Legs, feet, toes. If you have time to stay here for about 5 more minutes, I would highly encourage that. If you need to come out, then you just slide your feet down the wall, knees towards your chest, and you roll to one side. Pausing on that side, noticing how you feel in your body. And as you're ready, gently coming up to a seated position, keeping closed as much as possible. It's coming up to any comfortable seated position. Oh, feeling the energy and the body you've created from your practice as a result of your yoga. The length in the body you got, the space between your ribs, more space to breathe into the body, the warmth of your blood flowing through the body, slight tingling on the skin, thanking yourself for taking time for you. Big inhale to lift the arms, palms touch. Exhale, hands at heart center. Acknowledging the calmness of the heart, mind, and body. Big inhale to lift the heart. And on your exhale, from my heart to yours, gently bow your head. Namaste. Namaste. I hope you have a beautiful Friday, wonderful weekend. I'll be here Tuesday at 4 and again next Friday at 7. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day.